What's up guys? Today's vlog is going to be a bit more technical and a lot of information overload, so if you don't feel like you want to watch it, just close it right now. The topic of the day is the energy balance, and with that I mean the calories we consume versus the calories we give out, and why it is important to always know what you are expending and what you are taking in when it comes to regulating your body weight and health. Actually, when we talk about calories in versus calories out, it's basically there's a principle of equilibrium where there's this fictional point where the calories you consume is equal to the calories you burn in a day, and that amount of calories correlates to no weight loss or weight gain throughout weeks and months of eating at that intake. But this is a fictional amount, and every day is not the same, and this calculation that I'm about to give you now is just a starting point, and it's not the be all end all, and I will explain the way that you can calculate your truer maintenance, but not true maintenance, because true maintenance is fugazi. So the formula goes, you take your body weight in kilograms and you multiply it by 2.2 to find it in pounds, and when you have your body weight in pounds, multiply that by 10 to find your basal metabolic rate. That is basically the amount of energy you burn while you do absolutely nothing throughout the day. You just sit, or you just lying down and sleeping all day. That's, approximately the amount of calories you will burn if you just don't do anything. So that amount you take and you multiply it with an activity multiplier, and this activity multiplier basically constitutes how active are you throughout the day. And I'd like to multiply it with 1.2 even if we just sit on the couch and do nothing throughout the day, because when you multiply it with 1.2, it still means you're getting up and you're walking, or you're tapping your foot, or you're rocking your head, or you're doing something that causes you to burn energy. And on the other side of the scale you get the 2, which is what you'll multiply it with when you're really active. And I mean, this is you're waking up at 4 a.m, you go to the gym, you train for an hour, you up and down the whole day, you're walking, you have a very active day, and this is the amount of calories you will start with. This is what you will start consuming to find your actual true maintenance. Calculating true maintenance or truer maintenance is actually a bit more, it takes a little bit more of your time, because it takes about 2 weeks for you to find this magic number of calories to consume for you to maintain your body weight. And the way we do this is we use that amount that we calculated in the previous formula, and that is just an arbitrary number, and we can plug that into our MyFitnessPal app, which I will show a short clip of just now, and we eat that amount of food exactly. Don't worry about your carbs or protein or fat for now, because energy balance is mainly calories, and we don't want to stress ourselves out too much when we're just starting this journey. And you track that amount of calories that you eat for 2 weeks. Every morning you wake up, you weigh yourself naked after using the toilet and before consuming any liquids or food. So basically your raw body weight. So every day it will fluctuate on a number of factors like sleep and water consumption the previous day, and salt, and all these things, and stress. So it will be better for us to track this amount of food and our weight over the period of 2 weeks, 14 days, and take 7-day intervals averages and compare them to each other. So what I mean by this is, you take week 1, you weigh yourself every day for 7 days, you add all those numbers, you divide it by 7 to find your average of the week. You do this for another week while still consuming that amount of calories, and you compare those two numbers. Did the weight go up or did it go down? Did it go up by a lot? Did it go down by a lot? This is what you need to calculate, and you have to remember that 1 pound or 0.5 kilograms of fat is approximately 3,500 calories. So for you to lose a pound of fat, you have to be in a deficit of 3,500 calories a week. So if your weight went down by a pound or up by a pound, this means you probably consumed too much or too little, and you have to adjust the amount of calories towards your actual maintenance. So this part of the clip, I'm going to explain to you how fast you can lose weight in a healthy way and how to calculate the amount of calories you need to consume to lose at that rate. And this is all on paper. You have to also have a little bit of intuition to change your calories, but not too quick or too slow. Just wait for a week if you don't see any body weight changes. That's just a little disclaimer. But anyway, let me just recap. Okay, so to lose a pound a week is basically you are losing 1 pound of body fat per week, and I already explained that 1 pound of body fat is almost equal to 3,500 calories, give or take. So for you to lose a pound a week, which is basically the norm of people, the rate of what people lose weight, and if for you to lose that at that rate, you have to eat 3,500 calories less a week than you are expending. So basically 500 calories less a day from your true maintenance, because 500 times 7 is equal to 3,500, and that's the deficit you'll be in on paper in the week. And there are a lot of scientific papers posted on the healthy amount of body fat to lose per week and so forth and so forth. And it has been, so the most reviewed studies on the rate of body fat loss per week has come to a consensus that 0.5 to 1% of your body fat per week is a healthy rate to go down. And 0.5 is more for the people that are already quite lean and they can't afford losing body fat at 1%, because it's too much when you get at a lean stage. But this video is more aimed at people that are above 15 to 20% body fat and not in a healthy BMI range anymore. So if you stick to those numbers, 0.5 to 1% body fat, and you are very overweight, let's just say you are a little bit overweight, you are 17 or 18% body fat, and you weigh 220 pounds or 100 kilograms. 1% of that will be 1 kilogram or 2.2 pounds per week for you to be healthy. So using this rate, it's much easier to make recommendations for people, because the guy that weighs 300 pounds and the guy that weighs 150 pounds, it's not viable to tell them both, listen, lose at 1 pound per week, because the guy that's at 300 pounds is going to take forever to get to his goal weight. So using the 0.5 to 1% rate is much more applicable, because then that guy can lose at 3 pounds a week and still be healthy. But this causes another problem. When you are on the higher body fat and you have to lose more weight per week, that means you have to be in a bigger caloric deficit per week. And this basically you calculate by 1 pound is 3,500 calories a week, divided by 7 is 500 a day. But this example of our guy being 220 pounds, 1% of his body fat is 2.2 pounds per week, which you have to multiply by the 3,500 to get the amount of deficit per week, and you divide that by 7. So 2.2 times 3,500 equates to 7,700 calorie deficit per week, which is equal to 1,100 calories lower per day than you need to maintain your weight. And that is how thermodynamics just works in our favor when it comes to our body fat. And I hope you can calculate your calories easy now, and I'll show you a quick clip of an app I use to track my food. And so this is the app I use. It's called MyFitnessPal. This is what the logo looks like, the app icon. And basically when I consume a food, so this is my calories. Okay, I eat a little bit more than that, but this is basically where you input your calories. You go to more, you go to goals, and you just put in the goals that you want after you registered. But when you calculate it the way I told you, you just go to calories and macronutrient goals, and you enter the amount of calories you want to eat here. So I want to eat 2,500 today. Oops, that'll be great. But yeah, and then you just save it. whatever. Okay, my network doesn't work right now, but when you track a food, you go to this plus button, you say food, and yours will say breakfast, lunch, and dinner if you just downloaded it, but I changed it on the website itself, myfitnesspal.com, and go to meal 1, and these are all my recent meals and everything that I've consumed in like the past 5 days. So let's say this morning I had some eggs. I'll just type in egg. There it comes, eggs whole or white. I had 3 large whole eggs. I enter it, and there it says I have already eaten 220 calories, and I have 1980 remaining. So it's basically as easy as that, and you can literally search any food that you can think of on the database, and if it is not on the database, you can just go to create a new food, or and check the nutrients on the back of the packet, or you can just go to the barcode scanner and scan the food. Oh wait, I don't have internet right now, but you can just, it just goes into your camera and you scan the barcode of the food you just ate, and it will just enter into your diary immediately. And you just do this over a period of 14 days and get the hang of it. Search foods when you have like spaghetti bolognese, check multiple different options and see how they compare to each other, and choose an average one that you see appears a lot instead of just going with the first one, so that you get a feel of how many calories food usually has in. And after days, weeks and months, it'll become second nature, and losing weight and maintaining a healthy body weight will be easy. And that's it. Thank you for watching, and I hope this helped someone. It's very basic information, but I feel like everyone needs to start somewhere. So I'm gonna go carb up and chase that bird. Cheers.